Hey baby, are we ready, baby? Yes, are we ready? Hi beautiful people, how are you? Hola, mi bella gente, ¿qué tal? Today I had thought to do a video and talk about depression again. I haven't done any videos focused on this topic for a very long time. I had mentioned a few things in my videos, doing reactions to music, but I wanted to touch base and talk about more about depression. I just wanna break taboos and make people not feel ashamed and alone, because there are thousands out there that are suffering in silence, ashamed of what they're feeling, ashamed to tell anybody, even relatives and family members, and this is not the way. Also, men shouldn't be ashamed to share their feelings, the way they feel about depression. It seems to be, for what I have seen so far in all these years, from my experience, the females are, let's say, easier to talk about it and share what they're going through. I'm not sexist here. I'm not talking about opinions. It's just that what I have seen so far in my whole years suffering by depressions. Men seems to be more into themselves. They are not really willing to talk about that, to share how they feel, and that's a shame, because unfortunately depression affects everybody. It doesn't discriminate, basically. It doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter your background, your ethnicity, if you're a girl or boy, nothing make a change. Anybody can suffer, and unfortunately there are common symptoms, but also there are our own way to deal with that, to cope, to feel it. One of the most horrible feel I get about suffering depressions is feeling overwhelmed. It's like I have so many things to do. I need to deal with the house because I live by myself, so I have nobody else to rely on. I can't really tell anybody to do stuff for me. I had nobody, basically. So it goes together with feeling lonely. Sometimes it would be nice to have just someone to make you a cup of tea, but even for that I need to rely on myself. And there are a lot of things, not just making a cup of tea, like dealing with bills, with electricity providers, applications for things for the new house, calling here, cancel that, emailing back, chasing people, so many things. Everything is on my shoulder, and sometimes it really affects me, and depression takes advantage of it. It makes me feel like I can't do it, because I can't delegate or tell anybody to do it for me. Depression makes me feel even more lonely, and feeling lonely means I'm not worth it. that nobody likes me, that nobody wants to be with me. Depression is a motherfucker illness. It is. And this feeling of overwhelm make me feel even tired physically. It's like I have this heavy weight on my shoulders and pushing me down into the ground. So it makes me feel very tired, and it makes me feel like sore. It makes me feel like I have been to the gym for the first time after 20 years I haven't gone. You know, the feeling that you get after your first session at the gym, after a long time you don't go. Yeah, you feel like that. Sometimes I feel like I'm coming down with a flu. You know, I had those symptoms, and I wonder if it's real or not. At the end, I don't get literally the flu, or I don't get sick, so it makes me think depression is giving me this physical feeling as well. So it's horrible. There are a few days that I can't even think about doing stuff, you know what I mean? But I can't afford just to, you know, do nothing. The house needs to be ran. The cats need to be looked after, and if I don't do it, nobody does it for me. So I really push myself very hard, and sometimes I manage to do little, but at least something. Some other times I wish I could crawl back under the duvet and do nothing. But it scares me because when I do that, I feel worse. It's like it sucks you in, and the more you want to stay under the duvet, the more you don't want to leave the bed. Do you know what I mean? You know, and I'm a bit tired of some men just pretending that depression is just a mood. It's not a mood, it's a proper illness, and you need to learn that you don't need to break your elbow or your arm or your leg to show and prove that you are sick. Unfortunately, depression is invisible, and people, when they see you in bed, they might just think, oh, he's a lazy cow. Do you know what I mean? But no, it's really painful too. You know what I mean? It's as painful as having a broken arm, and sometimes not even, you know, painkillers can help, because it's not the actual arm that is broken. Don't be ashamed of how you feel. Man, woman, depression is real. Depression affects everybody. It doesn't look at you in the face. And again, it can affect everybody. It doesn't matter the background, their experience. Some people might have depressions as an adult after suffering abuse or bad situation when they were children. somebody can be affected by depression just after a broke up from their partner or a divorce. It's all different situations, but it doesn't matter because all of them are painful. And don't take it for granted. When you see, you feel you have a dark cloud in your head for several days, no stop, with no breaks, think about or getting some help. It doesn't mean that you need to go straight to your doctor and get antidepressants. Reach out to someone first. Talk about with someone. I don't know, even if it's your first approach is actually watching this video, I hope it can help you understand that you are not alone. You are not the only one going through what you're going through. There are lots of people like that. You don't see them, you don't hear them, but there are, trust me. I'm speaking about them so you can hear me saying it from experience and from what I'm actually feeling at the moment. I don't need to cry, I don't need to put a sad face to let you know that I suffer from depression. But right now I have to speak up. I need to speak up. I must speak up because I want to help. Even if it's just for a little bit. But if it makes you feel less lonely and that you're not the only one going through this horrible illness, then I think I have done my little part. And don't feel lonely. Reach out. And don't be ashamed to say how you feel.